Welcome to students. Today we are going to discuss about the last module of the basic civil subject, that is the surveying. Before execution of the work or before starting of the work, we have to done the survey of the site or survey of the plot. Then what is the importance of survey? What is the principles of survey? Which types of the survey we have to use? Then in this chapter we have to see. First, definition or introduction. Surveying. Surveying, it is the art of finding the relative positions of different features above, on, or beneath the surface of the earth by taking measurements of horizontal distances, vertical directions, angles, and finally representing them as plans, map, and section. Survey, it is nothing but the skill or art of the position of the different features above or below the surface of the earth by taking the horizontal distances, vertical direction or vertical distances, angles, and finally we have after the survey we have to design the plans, map, and also section of the building. Survey, it is the first step for the execution of any project, and the success of any engineering project depends upon the accurate and complete survey work. It is the most important part. Survey, it is the first step of the any type of the execution of the work, that is any type which is also it is uh, for the useful for the road construction, tunnel construction, bridge, dock harbor, also reservoir, dam, also residential building, public building, or which has we have to construct the any type of the structure. We need the first is the survey, and it is a, project successing or successive depending upon the accurate and complete the survey work or perfect the surveying of the work. Next, the application of surveying requires the knowledge of mathematics, physics, and also the application of the surveying we knowing the knowledge of the or require the knowledge of the mathematics and physics subject. Next, first point of the survey, it is the leveling. Then what is the leveling? Branch of surveying which deals only with the measurement of relative heights of different points on, above, or below the surface of the earth is called as leveling. The leveling, it is nothing but it is the one of the branch of the surveying which is the measurement of the ground with the above or below the points or different points of the earth is called the leveling. Thus, in leveling, the measurements are taken in the vertical planes only. Thus, is the leveling. We have to taken the measurements in the vertical plane only or vertical directions only. Here we seen that the one of the picture of the leveling work. This is the called as a tripod stand. It also equipment is the theodolite, and it is a surveyor. Next important point: objectives of surveying. The basic objective of survey is to prepare map or plan to show the relative positions of the object on the surface of the earth. The very basic objective or basic aim of the survey, it is the to preparing the plan or map of the building or prepare the plan or map of the relative positions or relative position, that is the ground condition, either it is above the or below or any such as a zigzag position. It is the objects are we have to done with the help of the survey, and also computes areas, volume, layout of the engineering work using survey data and checking the accuracy of layout of the work. Also we have to measuring the area of the plot or area of this site, and also volumes of the site, and also we have to taken the layout or line out of the engineering work using the survey data and checking the accuracy of the layout out of work. The map or plan is drawn to some suitable scale. The map and plan, it is drawn to some suitable scale. We have to taken 1:100, 1:50, 1:25. as per the ground condition, or as per the requirement, we have to taken the some suitable scale. It also shows the boundaries of districts, states and countries also. The survey is with the help of, you have to fix the boundaries of the districts, states and countries also. Next, it is also includes the details of different engineering features such as building, roads, railways, dam, canals, etc. It is also helping for the, or it is also objective for the, we have to done a different engineering features such as the various types of the building, roads, either it is the bitumen road, concrete road or WBM road, or a railways track or railways, dams, reservoir, canals, tunnel, dock harbor. If all the are engineering features are done with the help of the surveying. This is the first step of the any starting of the work or any starting of the project. Next, we have to done the collect and record data of points on the surface of the earth. We have to collect and record the data of the points on the surface of the earth. Next, compute areas and volumes. We have to compute the areas and volumes of the data. Next, prepare plans and maps. We have to preparing the plan and maps of the actual condition of the ground. Next, layout engineering works using survey data. We have to layouting the engineering works using survey data. Engineering works, that is nothing but the structural building or road or various features of the engineering. Next, check the accuracy of lead outworks. We have to check the accuracy of the lead outworks. Next point is the applications and uses of the surveying. The first application or use is that to prepare the topographical map which is show hills, rivers, forests and valleys, etc. The first application of this survey is that to preparing the topographical map of the shows the hills, rivers, forest, valleys and etc. This topographical map, it is the different as the city wise or location wise. Next application, to prepare the engineering map showing the engineering details such as highways, railways, canals, dams, reservoirs, etc. Also, we have application is the to preparing the engineering map showing the engineering details such as the in the city, getting the railways tracks, highways, canals, dams, and reservoirs locations. Next, to prepare archaeological map showing the place where ancient relics may have lied. To also we have to prepare the archaeological map showing the places where the ancient structure are lied. Next, to prepare the cadastral map showing boundaries of properties like houses, buildings, fields, and colonies, etc. Also, we have to prepare the cadastral map. That is the we have to fixing the boundaries of the structure or boundaries of the properties such as the houses, building, fields, and colonies. Next, to prepare a military map showing different strategic points important for the defense of a country. Also, it is very useful for the in the military purposes. We have to show or we have to done the various military maps showing different strategic points for the defense of the or security of the country. These all they are applications or uses of the surveying. Next, most important, what is the principles of surveying? The fundamental principles upon which the various methods of plain surveying are based can be stated under following to accept. There are the two principles of in the surveying. The first, working from whole to parts, and second, location of point by measurement from 2 points of reference. There are the total two main principles of the surveying. The first is the working from whole the parts, and second one is the location of a point by measurement from 2 points of references. We have to see in detail. Next, first principle, working from whole part. According to this principle, it is always desirable to carry out survey work from the whole the part. According to this principle, or according to this principal statement, it is always desirable to carry out the survey or work from the whole part. Next, this means that when area is to be surveyed, the first system of control points is to be established, covering the whole area with very high precision, and the minor details are located by less precise methods. That is the meaning of at the time of this survey. It is the we have to done the first system to control the points of the established covering the all area. We have to establish the or fixing the location for the survey which has the covering the all the area, and also very high precision. Also we have to covering the minor details of the located less precise methods. Here we seen that in this picture is the central point, or it is the fixing the, or it is the location of the survey which has covered the all the parts or all the very high precision, and also minor details. This is a minor detail or some minor point, location is all the area to be surveyed by the with the help of the working from whole the part. Next, the idea of working this way is to prevent to the accumulation of errors and to control and localize minor errors which otherwise would expand to greater magnitudes if the reverse process is followed, thus making the work uncontrolled at the end. This idea it is a very useful, or it is the preventing the accumulation of the errors or the at the time of the execution. It's controlling the errors and to controlling the errors, and also it is a localize the minor errors which is the otherwise uh, minor errors are we have to find out, otherwise it would be possible to in the reverse process it is followed, that thus making the work uncontrolled at the end, or making the work uncontrolled, and is possibility to major errors. Here the one of the picture of the a simple networks of the triangular plot for land to be surveyed. Next principle is the location of point by measurement from two points of references. The second principle is the location of point by measurement from 2 points of references. First point is, according to this principle, the relative position of a point to be surveyed should be located by measurement from the at least 2 points of references, the position which have already been fixed. According to this principle, we have to done the fixing the position of this survey should be located the measurement from the at least 2 points of the references, and to take the position of the which have already been fixed. That is the we have to fixing the two references position that will be cover the all the areas, also measure or very high precision and minor precisions. It is very useful for the big projects. Next, here we seen that if P and Q are the two references point on the ground, here we see that there are the P and Q are the two references point on the ground. Next, the any other point such as R can be located at any of the direct methods shown in figure. We can third point is the located, that is the R, it is located at any of the direction methods. We have to easily shown in figures and easily calculate the with the help of the survey. This is the first example. Second, there are the two points, there the references are fixing the P and Q. This is the R that easily can be calculated, or we have two references we have to done the R position. Also this is the P and Q. If the R position or R is the in angle of alpha, then also we have to calculate the R value. Here we get the if the PR is the connected with the beta or angle, and QR is the connected with the alpha angle, that time also we have to find out the or calculate the R value. And also here the P is the R, P and R is the straight line position, and Q and R the dotted, that is the invisible position with the alpha angle, that also we have to calculate the R value. This is the main application or main importance of the second principle of the surveying. Next, classification of surveying. There are the two classification depends on the two classifications are depending. The first is the primary classification and second one is the secondary classification. So in the primary classification there are the two classification are sub classification. The first is the plane surveying and second is the geodetic surveying. And secondary classification there are the four secondary classification sub classification is based on the methods, based on nature of field, based on purpose, and last one is based on instruments. This is the secondary classification. Here we have to you have to all the time remember there are the two principles and the two main classification, that is the primary and secondary classification. In the primary classification there are the two sub classifications such as the main surveying and geodetic surveying, and under this second classification that there are the four sub classifications such as the based on the methods, second based on the nature of field, third one is the based on purpose, and last one is the based on instruments. Next we have to see the first classification, that is the primary classification. The first one, plane surveying. Survey in which the earth surfaces is assumed to be plane and the curvature of the earth is ignored are known as the plane survey. There is the flat ground. The plane survey, it is nothing but the we have to assume that this is the flat ground and we have to done the survey. Next, survey covering an area up to 250 km square may be treated as plane survey. With the help of plane survey we have to covering the almost or up to 250 km square area with the help of the plane surveying. It is to be noted that the differences in the length between the arc and the subtended chord on the earth surface for a distances of 18.2 km is only 0.1 meter. It is also the second point is noted that there will be the differences in length between the arc and the standard chord is the earth, the a position or a distance where to in earth surface located 18 to 1 km is only 0.1 meter. Next, plane surveys are used for the layout of highways, railways, canals, fixing boundary pillars, construction of bridges and factories, etc. This type of the surveys are used for the layout of the highways, railways, canals, fixing boundaries, pillars, construction of bridge, dam, reservoir, and also various manufacturing of the factories. Next, branches of plane surveying. The first plane surveying branches is the chain surveying, traverse surveying, plane table surveying, and ordinary leveling. Here I noted that this all the branches of the plane survey is nowadays out of dated, that we cannot or nowadays we cannot use this type of the surveying or surveying methods, that is the chain surveying, traverse surveying, plane table surveying, and ordinary surveying, because of the it's a very time consuming method and calculation part is very big. Nowadays we have to the surveying or surveying done with the help of the either theodolite or latest technology is the total stations. Next, geodetic surveying. Second, the survey is the curvature of the earth is taken into account and a higher degree of accuracy in linear and angular observation is achieved RK. The geodetic surveys extended over large areas and lines connecting any 2 points on the surface on the earth are treated as arcs. It is also called as a trigonometric survey. The geodetic survey it is also extended over large areas, or it is the we have to survey the large areas or large sites or location and lines connecting with the 2 points, and on the surface of the earth the lines collecting on with the help of the 2 points or 2 reference points and in on the surface of the earth, and it is treated as the arcs, and it is also called as the trigonometric surveys. The geo survey is conducted for area longer than 250 kilometers square. This is the most important. The geo survey is conducted, we have to use for up to 250 kilometer per square, 2 kilometer square. Next, the branches of geodetic survey: triangulation, tachymetric surveying, photographic surveying, reciprocal leveling, and astronomical surveying. This is the branches of the geodetic survey, that is the triangulation method, tachymetric surveying, photographic surveying, reciprocal leveling, and astronomical surveying. Okay, today we have to stop here. In next lecture we have to see the another branches of the or another types of principles of the surveying. Thank you so much.